everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 start. You got nothing to You got nothing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The numbers for Mixon last week. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. Now Joe Mixon, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Squeeze, double. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the run.
They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 7 catches, 83 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On first down, Mahomes got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On first down, Swift. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to Mixon on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's how we do it, baby.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. From the gun to give to Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly.
Power against power, something's got to give. On 2nd down, Dobbins, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line, as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's able to find Wallace. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. On first down, Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the left side. Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Completes it to Hardman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. This is Mixon, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2nd and 4. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here we go.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They toss to Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
and that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, your arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's...
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now here's Mahomes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and it's the Texans who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. DJ Moore, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the Jaguars, as that one's gone to halftime. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Mahomes going to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch safety creep. You're out. Safety's creeping.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now they run with Mixon. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trench. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
60 outlaw.
2nd and 2. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd down now. Dobbins, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 read.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's a run with Mixon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a 2nd down. Throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
I'm about to find out.
The 2nd down pass. Incomplete in the end zone.
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. first down. Swift, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That's up. All right.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the fourth quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Come on.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
60 out more. Check. Check nickel. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
60 Pittsburgh.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
an absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8.